Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you can click the subscribe button and stay for a while. I upload 3 times a week. Get ready with me, so shop my stash, turn on your makeup. If it's beauty or makeup related, I will be posting it. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you could tell, 1, the title, and 2, I have a full face of makeup. I very rarely start my videos with a full face of makeup. I'm not one of those creators that films everything and then at the end films the intro with the full beat. I don't know, especially if it's an eye look, I don't like to spoil it, you know? All right, so of course, declutter. Finally continuing the series for today is going to be concealers. Confession, I actually already filmed this, but my dumb butt forgot to flip my phone to horizontal and was in portrait mode and it was just bugging me. So here we are yet again. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with going through my concealer collection and decluttering. Apologies, it's not a fancy setup. I'm using my phone. The camera that I have, I just don't have the correct stand to use it. It's a pretty heavy camera. So my phone it is. Okay, let me send you on off to the declutter. All right, my lovelies, let's get started. For right now, this is where all of my concealers are currently residing. I did pull the concealers that I had for my rotation and put them in here just so I can make sure and go through all of the concealers. I feel like this isn't too bad. I think a lot of these are old and really need to go. Let's go ahead and get started. And again, apologies, I don't have a fancy setup. Using my phone. Luckily, it's the newest phone, so I feel the quality is a lot better. Okay, let's go ahead and get started, and we'll start with this side here. Okay, Victoria Beckham. This is really new, and I actually do really love this concealer pen. Not my favorite component for a concealer, but the formula is so pretty. Now, is it worth the price? I don't think so. Because there's definitely other concealers out there that provide a tiny bit more coverage, have a very similar finish, but you get more for your money, you know? I am keeping this though because I love it and it's very new to my collection. Okay, this one is from KKW, no longer exists, shade 8. This is really dark, this is old, and I need to throw this away. So, it's going. All right, oh, I have 2. These say Kylie Jenner on them, and look at this one here. These are from Kylie Jenner's brand. What is it called? Shoot, I don't even remember what her actual brand name is called. But these are old. I actually did enjoy this formula, but these are old. This brand no longer exists. She revamped everything, is used in a different lab, so these are going. Okay, this is the Clé de Peau stick concealer, and this is such a good concealer. I got it on sale because I think this costs like $75. I'm pretty sure this is shade Almond. Love this, really pretty, very natural, very soft, very light. It's a beautiful concealer and I enjoy it, so I'm gonna keep it. Okay, this Fenty Beauty stick, I forget. Yeah, this shade is actually not great. I can't remember if these were like concealers or like correctors. I'm not sure, but it's pretty dry. I don't use this. This is going. I don't need this. Okay, by Terry. This is very new. I think this is the last concealer I purchased and I love this. If I had to pick between this, the Westman Atelier, and the Victoria Beckham, I would choose this over and over again. The formula is so nice, so nice. I don't know why more people aren't talking about this concealer because it is so good. I have shade number 6, I think. Stain. Okay. The infamous Jaclyn Cosmetics concealer. You can see the tube that the formula is separating. This is old. This was not good. It was pretty much like cement in a concealer bottle. Wherever you put it, that's where it was staying. It wasn't going anywhere. You literally had to work so fast to blend this out. It was not a good concealer, and I don't think I used this all that much. This is going. Brand no longer exists, and I honestly don't support her anymore. Okay, this is the Beauty Blender concealer. This is actually a really nice concealer. It's a little bit on the more moussey, thick side as far as formulation goes, but it's actually really beautiful. I'm actually going to get rid of this because I feel like Beauty Blender is slowly deteriorating away from makeup. I don't think they've done a makeup release in quite some time. I don't think this is still available, so this is going. Okay, this Revlon Color Stay Skin Awakened Concealer. I purchased this for a review, or maybe as soon as it launched, and I don't think I've used it much after that. I remember not enjoying it. Maybe a tiny bit too heavy, so this is gonna go. Tom Ford Stick Concealer. This is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if I enjoy this one more or the Clé de Peau, but it's a beautiful concealer and I need to pull it out and use it again because I love this. It's staying. Okay, this YSL All Hours concealer. Beautiful formula. I think it has an interesting doe foot. Yeah. See how it has like a little diamond? I enjoy this. The formula is really nice. Very thin, very skin-like. Enjoy this a lot, so it's staying. Okay, this Chanel concealer, I'm pretty sure this is B20. This is nice. I enjoy it. I remember when I first bought it, I fell in love with it and it was my favorite concealer. But now I have to use it strategically so that it doesn't look dry. But I enjoy this, so I'm going to keep it. Okay, this is the Pat McGrath concealer. So there was a lot of people who loved this concealer. This is shade 8 or 7. Let me see. LM8. This one can get pretty heavy. I can make it work for my under eyes, but I did not fall in love with this like everybody else did. You can tell that I have used some. This is where it's at, but not my favorite. I am going to keep it just because it's Pat McGrath. And I feel like that's a brand that a lot of people are still kind of holding hope that it's going to get back to what it used to be. No. Okay, the Rem Beauty concealer. This is actually a horrible concealer. So drying. So drying. I have used some of it, as you could tell, but I find myself just not wanting to use this. So it's going. Okay, the Natasha Denona concealer that she recently launched. Which shade do I have? 7N or N7. This is really nice. I enjoy this because you can make it light or you can make it a little bit more full coverage and it still looks pretty decently. I enjoy using this. Every time I use it, I remember that I do really enjoy this concealer. So this is staying. Okay, this Dior Skin Correct concealer. This is shade 1.5N. You can see that I have used it quite a bit. I do enjoy this. I think it's very pretty. It also has an interesting doe foot. I did purchase 2N because this one's actually a tiny bit light and it can really brighten up my under eyes. So this is gonna go in the declutter pile because I did buy my correct shade. I can still use this technically, but I heard that it was reformulated. So honestly, there's no reason for me to keep it. So this is going, not because I don't like it, but because I bought a replacement of a more appropriate shade for me. Okay, this Lancome Tinted Doll concealer is actually really nice. Really, ooh, careful. That's the only thing I hate. Like, see how thick the doe foot is? If there's too much product on it, like when you open it, it squirts out. But other than that, the formula of this is really, really nice. If you have more mature skin, I think you would love this. So this is staying. I am on my floor in my bedroom, by the way. Okay, so the Westman Atelier. I have the shade. What shade did I get? Atelier M1. Okay, so this is a really nice concealer. If you're somebody who needs fuller coverage, light coverage, you can literally alter this to give you what you want, and yet it stays looking pretty natural. So I'm keeping this because I actually do really love it. I just enjoy the By Terry more than this, but it's a beautiful one. So keeping it. Looks very fancy. It's like glass, it weighs. It's a really nice concealer. Okay, the Charlotte Tilbury, the newest concealer she gave us. Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. This is actually a really nice concealer. I feel like you either liked this or you didn't. It does have a tiny bit of glow to it. But yeah, also the shades run light. I think this is shade 5. And I wish I had a darker shade. But I enjoy the formula, so it's staying. Okay, this is the Laura Mercier concealer. This is the older formulation. I purchased this, I think, a year ago during one of these Sephora sales. And I like this. I really like this, even though it's being discontinued. So I'm going to keep this for a little bit longer and use a tiny bit more of it. Okay, the Hourglass. This is like a tried and true. So many people still love this. For me, it's a little too on the full coverage side, but I can make it work. I have figured out how to make it work. It's a meaty one, so I'm gonna keep it because it's okay. I mean, not my favorite, but it's fine. Keeping it. Okay, this is the Ciroc concealer. This is actually a really, really good concealer, and I don't understand why people didn't review this more. I have shade 6, and I think it's a close match to being the tone of my skin, like my face. So it's not a brightening shade. I think 5. I don't know. Anywho, formula is really nice. It reminds me a tiny bit of the Victoria Beckham. So I'm keeping this. It's a beautiful concealer, and I need to pull this out a tiny bit more to use it. Okay, the Givenchy Prisme Libre concealer. This is a really good concealer. I think this one and the YSL came out around the same time. So I feel like they were kind of both overshadowed because people either reviewed one or the other. But it's a really nice one. I kind of wish I had the foundation, but I don't. So yeah, I'm going to keep this because it's really nice. And also look at this component. There's so much product in here. It is insane. All right, on to the middle pile. Okay, this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD, the older formulation. It's been reformulated. I do own the new version of this, and I like both of them. This is actually what I used for today's makeup. But since it's no longer available, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. Okay, this Milk Makeup concealer. So I really loved this when I first bought this. Gosh, it's been like, what, 2 years ago? And I think I purchased it during a Sephora sale. It was really nice and it worked great for me in Texas. But here, where it's colder and drier, it's a huge no-no. I have tried to make it work and it just doesn't. And I have the newest Milk Makeup concealer. So this is going. Okay, Makeup by Mario. This is actually a really good concealer and I need to pick it up more. It's a good one. It is a little bit more full coverage, so I do need to tread softly, but when I use this, I remember how beautiful it is. So I'm keeping this. Okay, this V foundation. If you've been watching my channel for a good minute, you know that I enjoy almost anything that Vive launches, at least everything that I have tried from our brand. This is such a good concealer. It's a little bit more of a full coverage concealer, but it makes sense. It makes sense because it's what she likes, you know? So I'm keeping this. Okay, this Catrice True Skin Concealer. This is so light, so light. Have not used this in forever. I don't even know if I have seen Catrice release anything in quite some time. This is going. I don't need it anymore. Okay, the ColourPop. I have two shades here. This one's darker and this one lighter. I would just mix the two. I have had this since the Pretty Fresh foundation and concealer launched. It's time to get rid of them. I do enjoy these. They're really nice, but these are so old. I'm pretty sure they're expired. And if I truly do miss this formula, I could just buy a new concealer in an actual better shade. I think these are very affordable and a good formula for the price, but these are going. Okay, this Maybelline color corrector, I have not used this in so long, so this is going. Okay, the Fenty Beauty Concealer. I actually do really love this. This is so good. And I do mean so good. I think you either love it or hate it. I personally love it. I can make it work beautifully, both natural and a little bit more coverage. It's just a really nice formula. Love this. Okay, Refi Beauty, another brand that I feel I absolutely love so much. Look at this doe foot too. It's super interesting. This is a beautiful concealer and I need to use it more because it's so pretty. I enjoy Refi. Refi is definitely a top brand for me, so this is staying. Okay, Make Beauty. You can tell I've definitely used this concealer. This is a very beautiful skin-like formula. I feel like it is a tiny bit glowy, but I love this. I enjoy this. I'm keeping it. It's a good one. Okay, Makeup Forever HD Skin. This is the reformulation of the one that I'm getting rid of. I do really enjoy this. It's a really good concealer. I think Makeup Forever does amazing complexion products, so this is staying. Okay, this one, Joa Beauty. I don't even know. It's too light. I don't even remember how the formula is, how it performed. I bought it for, I think, a drugstore video, or I think the Joa foundation was launched and I wanted to try the concealer too. So this is going just because I don't remember the formula, whether I like it, enjoy it, whatever. Having used it, it's going. Okay, this Rare Beauty under eye brightener. I'm pretty sure this is the shade medium. It has a metal applicator and this formula is so pretty. I need to pull this out and use it because it's so nice. This is staying. Okay, Dominique Cosmetics. Another concealer that has the metal doe foot. I enjoy this. I think it's really pretty. Definitely one that you can kind of make more natural or a little bit more full coverage. I enjoy this. I'm keeping it. It's a good one. The Dior Backstage Concealer. I don't like this. There are some people that love this and there are some people that don't care for it. It has a super interesting brush paddle that I think is so creative and so innovative, and I don't think I've seen any other concealer do this. But formulation itself, way too dry. I have tried it a number of times to make it work and I just can't. So this is going. Okay, Bobbi Brown. I'm pretty sure this is the color corrector and this formula is actually really, really nice. I don't use color correctors often, if ever. I do enjoy having a couple in my collection. I enjoy this formula, so it's staying. Okay, the Lila Bee. This is no longer available, but it's such a beautiful, beautiful concealer. So natural. I got into Lila Bee because of Alexa Chan, and I'm so sad that the brand no longer exists. So I'm using this because it's a fairly small component. Okay, Huda Beauty. This is the Full Filter Concealer. I think Coconut Flicks is the shade that I have. Oh, and this one, be careful too, because it does the same thing as the Lancome. It's a good one. I feel like a lot of people still absolutely love this concealer. I enjoy it because it's pretty versatile as far as making it a little bit more natural or making it full coverage. And it does look very beautiful on the skin. So this is staying. Okay, this Anastasia concealer. Nobody talked about this really when it first launched. I think it was overshadowed by another launch, but I can't remember which one. It's a good one. It's a little bit on the heavy side, but not in a bad way. I think just the formula feels heavy. I enjoy it when I use it. I probably need to pick it up more often, but I do feel it's a pretty good one, so I'm keeping this. Okay, this is from the KKW. I think it's just a lighter shade than the other one. This is going. Okay, almost done. This Cali Ray under eye brightener. Oh my goodness. It is so good and I need to pull it out more because I love this formula. If I had to only pick 2 concealers to keep, I would keep this one and the By Terry because they're just so good. This is staying for sure. The Bobbi Brown Stick Concealer. This is a really good formula. Is the same as the color corrector. I forget what shade I got. Warm beige. It's a good one. It is really, really nice. I'm keeping this. Okay, this Kosas. Let me smell it. No, it doesn't smell like paint thinner. It smells like makeup. Oops, there it is. There's the swatch. Sorry. This is a good one. I enjoy Kosas. What was the last thing I bought from them? That blush. Do I have the foundation? Yeah, I need to pull this out and use it. It's a good one. Okay, the tried and true favorite in so many people's collection still to this day, the NARS. I enjoy this. It's a mini. It's probably about halfway done, so I would like to keep it so I could finish it. It's a really nice one. I forget how, NARS I feel is still that brand that if I had to choose just one brand, I think I would be okay with choosing NARS because everything they have, like even though, yeah, it's not new and innovative, they're just classic items that you can keep using over and over again. Okay, this Fenty Beauty Under Eye Brightener. I actually have this in my rotation and I forget how much I love this. It is so skin-like. My under eyes look fabulous when I use this. I think I have shade 7. Yeah, Deep Butter. So I use this as a concealer. I don't put anything underneath it and it looks beautiful. Keeping this. Okay, this Charlotte Tilbury concealer. A little bit more than halfway done. I cannot open this. The cap is stuck. This formulation, I have to really work to make it work. Okay. So this is going. It's gotta go. Okay, this Rose Ink concealer. This is such a good concealer. And it's also one that I pulled out from my rotation. I don't know what's going on with the brand. They haven't launched anything in quite some time. I think those eyeshadow duos were the last thing they launched, and I'm pretty sure that was either the beginning of this year or last year. I'm hoping it's not going away. I enjoy this brand. I'm gonna keep it in hopes that the brand is not going away. And it's a really good concealer. Okay, the Milk Makeup Future Fluid Concealer. This one has an interesting, also be careful because you can definitely make it splatter. Doe foot. This is definitely one for somebody who enjoys a tiny bit more coverage. I can make this work the way that I enjoy my concealer. It's actually a really nice concealer, but I feel like it's definitely one for when I want more of a coverage and look maybe a little bit more glam. But it's a good one. I tried this out because Morgan Turner kept talking about it. And I think Simply Blair did too. So I'm keeping this and it's new. Okay, this KVD concealer. I don't use this super often. It's an okay formula. I do feel like I have to kind of work strategically with it in order for it to have the finish that I enjoy. But I don't know. I'm keeping it. I really enjoy the foundation and I feel like not a lot of people talk about the foundation. So for now, I'm going to keep this, but if I do a declutter soon again, this is probably going. Okay, this L'Oreal True Match Concealer concealer is actually really nice. And I think the doe foot was similar to another one. I can't remember what, but it's really, really good. For being a drugstore, this is actually a beautiful formula. So I'm keeping this. Okay, this RCMA concealer. Really nice. More coverage for sure. I don't use it often. It is a nice formula, but I feel like somebody else could benefit from this better than I can. So I have a person in mind, and this is going to go in the declutter. Okay, Janessa Myrex Yummy Concealer. This is such a good formula. If I could add one to which one I'm keeping, and there would be only three, it would be the By Terry, the Cali Ray, and this one. I think Janessa did a fabulous job with this. I have heard, I think only Angelica Nickvis rave about this the way that I have. It's a really good one. Really good one. So this is staying. Okay, this Hailey's Beauty Concealer. This one has a metal tip applicator. This is an affordable brand. You can buy it at Macy's, at Hailey's Beauty, and I don't know what else. And I don't know what other retailer, but this is actually a really good concealer. They have dropped other things since I purchased this concealer. I just haven't had a chance to check out what they have and maybe purchase a few things, but I'm keeping this. I recently heard Morgan Turner share a few of her favorites from Hailey's Beauty. So yeah, this is staying. Okay, the NYX Bear With Me Concealer. What shade do I have? Golden. Okay, so this is like a little pump. I do have to tread softly when pumping some out because a lot can come out, and this is a pretty full coverage concealer. It's a good one. I do feel like the Bear With Me brand from NYX, it's pretty good. I do have the foundation and I truly enjoy it. So this is staying. Okay, the LYS Concealer. The foundation from this brand is my sister's favorite. And this concealer is actually really nice as well. I need to pull it out and use it more. I don't think I used it enough when I first purchased it, and I've only pulled it out a couple of times. But I do remember that I do really enjoy it, and it's a pretty affordable one. So this is staying. Okay, the Maybelline Super Stay. This is a favorite for Miss Angelica Nickvis. I actually do really enjoy this. Formula is so light. It's a watery consistency kind of formulation, but it just looks so beautiful. So beautiful. So I'm keeping this. It's a really good one at an affordable price. Find it at drugstore. It's a good one. Okay, this Glossier Concealer. So I do really enjoy this. I think it's a good one. Gosh, did they come out with a new one? I don't think they did. For now, I'm keeping this, but if they come out with a concealer that is like in a concealer tube, I think this is going to go and I'll purchase the new one, but I'm keeping this for now. Okay, an oldie but a goodie, the MAC Concealer. You can tell that I've used this. There's a little bit of a dent. This is such a beautiful concealer, blends out beautifully. You can make it look natural. You can build up the coverage. I feel like MAC is still that girl. She is still that girl that you can count on for every single thing. This is staying. Okay, and I think this is it. The last thing from Charlotte Tilbury, the color corrector in shade 2. Look at that. Can you tell that I was trying to pan this? I only have the Bobbi Brown color corrector that I'm keeping. I'm also keeping this one. It's a good one. It's a little bit too emollient because if I use too much of it, my concealer on top of it does move. But I think it's a good one, and I'm keeping it. Okay, that is it. All of these are powders here. Don't pay attention. That's it. That's all my concealers. Oh my goodness. Wow. So let me show you what I'm keeping, and let me show you what is being decluttered. Okay, so these are all the concealers that are going. There's a couple that I will be giving to a friend, but this is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 concealers going. I think that's pretty good, right? Okay, and these are all the concealers that I'm keeping. Not too bad. Not too bad. I think it's okay. I mean, it looks like a lot for somebody who has, you know, a normal size collection. But because of what I do here on YouTube with makeup and whatnot, I think this is pretty small compared to what maybe some other people have. So I'm happy with this. And yeah. All right, my lovelies, thank you so much for joining me for this declutter. As you saw, I did get rid of quite a few concealers. A lot of them are pretty old, outdated, and more than likely expired. I do enjoy declutter series, and I don't watch them often, but there are definitely times when I do. I just like to see what people are getting rid of, you know? Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for being here. I love every single one of you. You have no idea. We just hit 3,400 subscribers. That makes me so happy. Just inching slowly but surely closer to the 5,000 subscribers goal that I have for myself. And I cannot thank you all enough. With that being said, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will see you all on my next video. Bye.